All right, guys. Welcome to today's personal development lesson. I am Joel Dunn, and this is one of those fun lessons that we're going to have. As you can see by the title, we are going to be going over what is in my notebook. Every once in a while, maybe once a quarter, once every, 2 months, I like to jump on here and kind of share with you all of the things that I'm learning, the things that I'm writing down, the things that I'm not only learning for you, but I'm learning for myself. See, when I hear things, I write them down. When I hear quotes, I write them down. When I hear thoughts, I write them down. When I read something, I copy it. And every day in my journaling, after I do my gratitude, the things that I'm grateful for, in my journal, then I copy down all of the notes that I took for the previous day. So, what I want you to learn from this, not only the amazing things that I'm about to share, but kind of a process, my process that I go through to assimilate information. So, I hear it the first time, I type it down, or I write it down, or I jot the note down the second time. And then the third time, I'm entering it into my journal where I'm again rereading, re-listening to it. But I have it in an ongoing note for the month as well. So I create a note in my phone for the month, and I just have a long list of the things that I write down. And then daily, I'm adding those to my journal. But the reason why I do it that way is because I have the ability to go back through and look at the past couple months and go, oh man, these are some great things that I can either create and turn into a personal development lesson, a leadership lesson, or quotes to post, or quote images to post. So today I want to go through some of these and basically let you see inside my last couple months of note taking. So, without further ado, here is a look inside my journal for the past few months. Now, these are going to be hot takes. These could all be turned into shorts, into quote videos, quote posts. So, make sure that you're jotting them down. And I'm just going to kind of go over them and read them. And I'm not going to go into detail on any of them because they alone by themselves should be enough. So the first one is don't argue and fight against each other. Argue and fight for each other. Attention isn't free. It's the most valuable thing you spend. Stop looking at what you don't have and start multiplying with what you do have. You need to stop disempowering yourself. Trade your biggest F, which is fear, for more F's. You need to turn your fear into faith, fuel, focus, and ferocity. This is one that I wrote down specifically for myself. You can do more than you are currently doing. We all can. So why aren't we? It might be because we don't care enough about why we are doing and what we are doing it for. So when you say you are doing it for your kids, is that really it? Because if you truly did have that as your wife, that truly was your reason, you would leave nothing on the table. You would be expending every last bit of energy that you had for their freedom. The amount of love that you put into something desert determines the amount of quality and quantity that you get out of it. When you truly care, you demonstrate your commitment to others because commitment always looks like service and sacrifice. This one really hit home. This was one that Ed Milet said. It says, when you are selfish, your legacy ends with you. When you are selfless, your legacy carries on through those you have poured into. And this should be like a life message. Blessed beyond limits because I was made in God's image. Going all in on something for a month gets better results than dabbling in it for a decade. The dabbler spreads their energy over many things. The focused person concentrates their effort on one thing. The most dangerous competitor is the one with a single goal, which leads to mastery is the best goal because the rich can't buy it, the impatient can't rush it, the privileged can't inherit it, and nobody can steal it from you. You can only earn it through hard work. And mastery in something is the ultimate status. I posted this one a while back too. Time and money aren't holding you back, it's your amount of effort. Yeah, oof, that one's tough. I've consistently paid to be in rooms that I didn't belong in. Guys, this is why meetings are important, why events are important, because you're going to get into rooms where there are people at a higher caliber than you that you can learn from. The event may be the cost of the admission, but the experience and the people that you get around are what actually benefit you the most. Getting in rooms with people who have achieved more than you is a game changer. But paying to be there, that takes it to another level. Why? Because getting into that room gives you a shortcut. It connects you to people who know their stuff. They also paid and invested to be there. So they're at another level in their game. Hindsight is the only thing that is 2020. You can try to figure it all out on your own, but by burning years of learning and hard work. Or you can learn from someone who's already been through the struggles and step around the pitfalls that they fell in on their journey. That is why what Stephanie and I do with our trainings is so important, because we want to accelerate your learning and your training and get you to success faster than we did. Simple model. Don't let life pass you by. Followed with 100% of your future regrets could be preventable if you take action today. Also, when it comes to building your business, you can't afford to wing it. You need to prepare for it and focus on it. Remember how the decision you make today will make you feel tomorrow. You have to want it enough to what? To figure it out, to do the work, to overcome, to climb higher mountains, to help people along. You have to want it enough to fill in the blank. If you want it, your actions need to match your ambition. If not, you will fall into the frustration gap, which is where your actions don't lead to the results that cause you to reach your goal. Do so good today that your grandchildren will tell their grandchildren stories about you. And I love this one for everybody that tunes in here in the morning and listens to the podcast replay. Personal development isn't for you. It's to impact those around you. When you get better, everyone around us gets better. And when we raise our bar, we raise the bar of those in the sphere of our influence. So let's raise our bar today and lift those up around us. Oof, this was a hard one. All right, ready? Try not to hurt any feelings on this one. The simple fact is, you really don't want it enough to put in the work to get the results you say you want, because results are a reflection of your actions. If you have lack of results, it's also a reflection of your action and your efforts. So make sure that the work that you're putting in matches the words that you're saying. That's so important for us as leaders. Gosh, we know the direction, we go the direction, we point the direction, we say the direction. But if we're not putting in the work, what does that tell our teams? Are you working in Godfidence? That's such a great word. We can have confidence, but when we have Godfidence, knowing that God goes before us and is leading us, and things that are happening for us, not to us, we are taking steps in God's ordained mission for our life. Your scarcity doesn't cap God's generosity. So your limiting belief, your limiting mindset doesn't allow and doesn't cap God's generosity to be limited in your life. If you have overcome failures, give that away to other people because other people need to hear your story because that is where they are right now, except they don't have your good ending yet. And you give them hope and allow them to see there is a possible way to get out of where they are. Let haters hate on you. The truth is, you need people with limited vision to sit on the couch and behind keyboards to commemorate and to comment and to make things look the way that they are not in order to drive you to take action and help you become more wealthy and more successful. Because if everybody was taking action and nobody was commenting, there would be nobody left behind in the 97%. Man, I wish I would have wrote down who said that. See, even I'm not good at taking notes as fast as I should. I posted this one, I think 2 weeks ago. It's the lazy lose to the average lose to the focused, and the focus lose to the obsessed. The obsessed become the 1% that create the rest for others. Champions obsess over fundamentals, not trophies. While others chase revenue and fancy titles, outliers focus on what they can control today. Reading one more book, making one more phone call, sending one more message to an inbox, and reviewing that one more email before they close out their computer at the end of the day. They know that excellence comes from perfecting the basics. So stop worrying about where the arrow lands. Master the art of drawing the bow and shooting the arrow. Find the good or the lesson in your challenging season. When you're able to do this, it opens your mind up to look for solutions. It changes your mind and your body's chemistry for what you are currently going through. So even if you are in a struggle, a hard time, a difficult situation, look for the lesson, look for the good, and you will change your mindset and your vision for where you want to end up. Most people show up circumstantially, only when it's convenient. And when it's going well, they're on board. When the conditions are favorable for them. Because it's easy to show up when things are going well. Showing up no matter what or how things go, that is extremely rare. And that is where exceptional people land. The gap between success and failure is only a few steps. You can fail your way to success, but you can never quit your way to success. It's also easier to go from failure to success than it is from excuses to success. If you fail, learn, get up, and try again, you will eventually succeed. This is a great lesson from John Maxwell. I love that one because resiliency is your superpower. You often need to remind yourself someone else's opinion of you doesn't have to become your reality. If you are not completely free, why are you slowing down? If you are free, why aren't you helping others get free? You should never be slowing down. It's our job as leaders, parents, and coaches to help others find their purpose. You do this, and one of the best ways and the most important things you can do is to discover your own purpose, because that will help unlock you and help others discover the things that they can activate in theirs. Because if you don't know what your purpose is, you can't help others unlock theirs. Success is harder to achieve when you're surrounded by unsuccessful people who are unwilling to put in the work. It sounds simple, but you may be keeping yourself stuck where you're at because of the people you are around the most. Excellence isn't about occasional brilliance, it's about consistent execution. Discipline is nothing more than self respect at its highest level. Character is how you treat others who can do nothing for you. This one I've talked about quite a few times. There's currently people out there going through worse things than you, when with less than what you have and a more positive and optimistic look, and they're crushing their days while you're around complaining about yours. Take inventory on what you have and multiply it versus complaining about it, because dependency is the greatest thief of true freedom. This is the one that I shared with our team last night on our training. You have to sell a big enough dream as a leader that the dreams of everyone on your team fits inside what you are casting a vision of as the leader. And then finally, velocity is the great differentiator distinguishing the stagnant from the swift. I have never seen ordinary efforts lead to extraordinary results. So you need to make sure that you're going out and doing large amounts of effort to achieve your extraordinary results. All right, guys, that was tiring. That was a lot of my brain and a lot of the things that I wrote down for the past couple months. Hopefully, these things have helped. They've given you some insights. They've given you some things to think about. Look and see how you can apply these daily and use some of these things to help grow your team, grow your family, grow yourself, so you can do incredible things out in this world. Guys, go out and make it an amazing day, and I hope your day is as awesome as you are.